EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Desmond King to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they have certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Perry. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd down, Perry. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Perry. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Express!
Carr now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jacobs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. King going to look to bring it out. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
First down, Perry. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great out.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
21. Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Raiders at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, it's King. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 54 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Throwing on first down. Perry. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Houston.
Off play action. Perry. And he finds Howard complete. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Houston. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28. Raiders 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
35. Raiders 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll look downfield for Waller. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, it's Carr. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. King going to look to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. On the move to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Hey, 7:34.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. King going to look to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Perry. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Carr now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Carl try it again on second down. The open man here, Renfro. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
7:34.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Carr, got to have this one. It's caught here by Adams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On play action, now Carr. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Off play action. Perry. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Uses the stiff arm. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And now here is another interception. Trucks over him. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.